Trainers, I have an impossible challenge for you. I want you to defeat every possible Pokemon team. Do you think you're up to the task? You can use any Pokemon you want, from the most powerful legends to your personal favorites. Anything you need to defeat every possible Pokemon team is allowed. What Pokemon would you bring? It might not matter, because while this challenge is only a thought experiment, the odds are stacked against you. Why? Well, let's just ask our good friend, Bender.
I'm not sure. I'm afraid we need to use math.
Thanks, Bender. Yes, the sheer amount of Pokemon you have to defeat might just overwhelm you, but how many Pokemon would you really need to fight? We're about to find out. After Scarlet and Violet released the final part of its expansion path, we had a total of 1,025 Pokemon. That means if you fight a trainer with just a single Pokemon, from Bulbasaur to Pecharunt, you'll need to defeat 1,025 Pokemon in a row. But, as we know, Pokemon teams aren't just one Pokemon. They can be anywhere from 1 to 6 Pokemon at a time. In the games, you're able to customize your teams as often as you please, but now you're going to fight every single combination of these teams. Let's pull back for a second. Forget about the 1,025 Pokemon. Let's focus only on the first 151. Every Pokemon from Bulbasaur to Mew. That's much more manageable, right? It might be at first. I mean, surely you can defeat 151 Pokemon with your team. But after adding just one more Pokemon onto the opposing team, for a total of 2, the number of Pokemon you'd battle increases drastically. When I was figuring out just how many Pokemon you would need to fight, I made sure to consider that order matters when creating a unique team. That means that a team of Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle is different from a team of Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander. If the same Pokemon are on different party slots, they count as different teams. From this example alone, you need to defeat 6 Pokemon. It sounds simple, but it's deceptive. Let's go back to our original opponent. They have 1 Bulbasaur. If you had just one more Pokemon, any Pokemon, from Bulbasaur to Mew, you'd have 151 more teams. That's 151 more Pokemon for each Pokemon available in Red and Blue. We can easily find out how many Pokemon we'd fight in a team of 2 with this simple equation: 151 times 151. Or, more simply, 151 to the power of 2. So, how many Pokemon would you fight if you fought every possible trainer that has 2 Pokemon on their team in Pokemon Red and Blue? 22,801. You'll fight nearly 23,000 Pokemon, and all of them are just from Generation 1. And that's just from teams of 2. Mention that the next time someone brings up Pokemon's customization features. Now, how many Pokemon would you need to fight if you fought every Gen 1 team from 1 Bulbasaur to 6 Mews? Here's some scary math numbers to make you nervous. Now let's just see how big that number actually is. Here's our answer. 11 trillion, 932 billion, 937 million, 665,656. You heard that right. If you fought every possible combination in Pokemon Red and Blue, you'd fight nearly 12 trillion Pokemon. Those Pokemon include weak fodder that you can crush in an instant to absolute powerhouses that can destroy you the moment you let your guard down. 12 trillion Pokemon just from one set of games will take you on if you let them. Are you still up for the challenge? Let's go back to all 1,025 Pokemon, from Bulbasaur to Pecharunt. How many Pokemon do you think you'd fight now? How many times do you think you'd battle each species of Pokemon? Yes, consider that you're going to see them multiple times. Do you actually know what you're getting into? Are you ready to get burned, poisoned, and paralyzed over and over again? Are you ready to crush an easy enemy only to fall before a legendary god? Are you ready to leave things to chance and get locked in situations you can't possibly escape? Reconsider your team for a sec. Have you optimized everything? What changes would you make? Did you even consider that you'd have to fight your own team in the mirror match of the century? Are you willing to go through absolute anguish and suffering to become the very best like no one ever was? I'm gonna ask one more time. Do you think you're actually ready to fight every possible Pokemon team? Are you sure? Okay, it's time to see what you're up against. If you were to take on this challenge, you would fight 1 quintillion, 160 quadrillion, 825 trillion, 931 billion, 316,614,150 Pokemon in total. And none of this includes different forms, battle transformations, items, IVs, EVs, natures, levels, and everything else under the sun that can make each Pokemon different from one another. I'm going to be blunt, anyone who attempts this kind of a challenge is insane. Anyone who wins is undoubtedly the strongest trainer of all time. Share this video with someone who'd probably give it a try, and comment which Pokemon you like to bring on your winning team. Like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.